Hi, we have a poorly maintained pickup truck tire here that was completely flat. When I inflated it, it was losing air slowly. So we're checking now for a rim leak because it was quite rusty. We're adding some just soapy water here, and then we'll come back and check it and looking for bubbles. Yeah, we have a little bit there. But over here, yeah, we can see the bubbles still bubbling. We're going to need to do some work. Okay, first job is to get all the air out. And first we're just going to release some of the air, pushing in the little trader valve. And then we'll use this tool right here to take out the valve core. And all the air can come out. I'm going to be working on the inside first, and I'm going to spruce it up too. This thing's badly rusted, so at the very least I'm going to remove the worst of this rust, and then we'll put some rust treatment on it, and then give it a coat of top coat of paint as well. Now there are a number of ways to break the bead on a tire, but a nice stout piece of wood, and I'm using a homemade ramp here, and a vehicle, and I'm using a truck, is about the fastest. So you want to get your wood near the rim, but of course not touching it, and just drive it up far enough to break the bead. I'm going to quickly show you how I recondition this rusty rim using this rust treatment, and then on top of it I'm going to now put some a top coat. And with the bead broken, it's easy to put some rags, just to slip some rags under there between the rim and the tire in order to prevent overspray. I sped this up. I'm not really this fast and frantic. And we have some leaks on the outside tire, on the valve side as well. So we're going to have to break this bead and fix those too. I used a jack and a ratchet strap with this method here on the outside of the tire, which also leaked, which I didn't show all the work on that. I mostly focused on the other one. But you just have take apart your ratchet strap, put the two hooks over the axle, and then we're basically going to strap the tire and the jack together. So I'm fitting the ratchet end through the center hole. It's the only place it would go. And the other one I'm going to use one of the little cooling holes that's in the rim for the long strap end of it. Next it goes under the jack, and then you bring it back around and attach it to the ratchet. And then you just fold it over because we have way too much strap here, and fit it through the slot, and then wind the ratchet. Wind it tight into the ratchet. Okay, I'm lowering the floor jack back down to the lowest point again, so that I can utilize the maximum lifting range of it, which I may need, and then I'll retighten the strap again. Now it's important to put that, what I'm calling the lifting pan on the jack, just about as close to that rim as you can get it for maximum effectiveness. It's more interesting, and you can get a better idea of what's going on with this underside view. Okay, so there's what we want up above the bead. You'll know you've de-beaded it when that section that the jack pushed it on remains below the bead. Then it's just a matter of putting a little weight on it and de-beading it the rest of the way around. So this area right here still feels a little rough. And what I'm going to do now is get in here with a little grinding attachment on this tool. Followed by some sandpaper. Okay, so you're going to have to give it the feel test, and that feels much better. Okay, we're going to clean the mating surfaces up, and don't think that you can just get away with just sanding it, clearing off the rust. You need to use bead sealer. I found that out the hard way. Don't forget to clean up the surface of the tire where it meets the rim. I picked this up at an O'Reilly's Auto Parts store, $12.99. So you just need to focus on the area, put an even thin layer where the tire meets the rim. After using the brush for a while, I found that using a nicely gloved hand actually is easier, more efficient. I said before, nice, even, and thin layer all the way around. You don't want any heavier amounts of it. You don't want to miss anything. I'm inflating this with the valve core back in. I've seen people do it without it, but I had no trouble with it in. Okay, so we're up to pressure here, and we'll check this again in a couple days. Make sure it's holding. We'll come back later and check it. It's half an hour later, and there are no leaks to speak of. I also did work on the outside of the tire, the valve side, including replacing the stem. So this has been completely reconditioned with paint,
It's looking pretty good. I might just put it on the truck for a while to get some use out of it. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe. I'm sure something else is about to break in my household, and I'll be there with my tools and camera.